Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're exposing what is probably the most unnecessary bill you're paying every single month, and we're going to show you exactly how to take back ownership of your voice dictation. Look, if you're tired of being stuck in the expensive SaaS trap, paying monthly fees just to use your own voice on your own computer, you are absolutely in the right place. We're going to dive into the hard math, look at some incredibly cool local tech, and show you why acquiring this software is honestly one of the smartest financial decisions you can make for your workflow right now. So are you trapped in the endless SaaS dictation cycle? Big tech has kind of conditioned all of us to believe that processing speech requires these massive remote servers, and of course, a never-ending subscription fee to go with it. We just accept it as a standard cost of doing business, right? But what if they're wrong? What if that whole model is completely obsolete, and you're just caught in a cycle of paying for something you could easily be running right on your own desktop? Because here is the painfully honest truth. Typical cloud transcription is literally bleeding your wallet dry. It's costing you up to $360 a year in recurring fees. I mean, just think about that for a second. $360 every single year just to turn your voice into text. And the worst part, that service fundamentally stops working the exact second your credit card expires. You're effectively paying a ransom just to talk to your own computer. You see, this right here is the core issue. That endless rental model locks your database the second you stop paying them. Plus, you've got cloud leakage, meaning your private voice recordings are constantly being sent out to third-party endpoints. FlowType AI completely flips the script on this. You get unlimited offline access, and it runs 100% on your local CPU. You buy it once, you run it forever, and your private data never, ever leaves your machine. Now get this. By ditching the cloud, you instantly unlock a massive 98% savings compared to those traditional monthly subscriptions. We're not talking about some small incremental discount here. This is a total restructuring of how you pay for software. By cutting out their super expensive cloud servers and moving that processing directly to your machine's CPU, all that overhead just vanishes, and you get to keep your hard-earned money. Okay, let's actually run the numbers on this because it's kind of crazy. Let's assume you dictate roughly 10 hours or about 54,000 words weekly. Over a 5-year period, a standard SaaS dictation tool is going to cost you around $720. FlowType AI, it costs a flat rate of $13.99. Total. You are literally losing over $700 in 5 years for a service you could just own outright today. When you see the data laid out like this, continuing to rent your dictation software simply makes zero financial sense. Becoming a customer of a lifetime license tool like this practically pays for itself in the very first month. Section 1. Native Speech Injection. The FlowType Tech. So you might be wondering, why no subscriptions? In an era where literally every app wants $5 a month, how do they keep the lights on without charging you every 30 days? It's a totally fair question. A lifetime key for incredibly powerful software like this seems almost too good to be true, right? Well, the answer is honestly pretty simple. It's because it runs completely locally on less than 200 megabytes of RAM. There are literally no cloud servers for us to pay for. Traditional dictation apps desperately need your subscription money to pay for those massive, expensive cloud GPUs to process your voice. FlowType AI, on the other hand, packages this highly efficient, quantized version of the WhisperTiny.en model right onto your machine. Since your computer is already doing all the heavy lifting, there are zero cloud costs to pass on to you. It's basically like owning your own car instead of paying for a taxi every single time you need to go somewhere. Let's quickly break down these core specs and look at the ultimate benefits here. First off, that faster Whisper core is quantized to 8-bit integers, which means it runs super smoothly even on older laptops that don't have a dedicated graphics card. Second, it utilizes low-level Win32 send input to type characters directly into whatever window you have in focus, right at the operating system level. Third, it acts like your own automatic editor with a smart Regex filter. And finally, the whole thing operates in total air-gap secrecy. Now, I want to focus on that smart Regex feature for a sec, because it is an absolute game changer for saving time. FlowType dynamically cleans your transcription text as you go. It actively hunts down and completely erases your bad linguistic habits. All those uhs, ums, ahs, and likes before they even hit the page. Think about how much time you're going to save not having to manually clean up all that verbal clutter in your documents, emails, or code comments. Plus, it capitalizes sentences dynamically to keep your output incredibly crisp. And hey, if you're a privacy-conscious professional, this next feature is absolutely crucial. Air-gapped privacy. This means zero cloud leakage. All of your speech logs are processed directly inside your local app data folder, and it actively blocks all remote API transactions. So if you're working on confidential code, proprietary business docs, or highly sensitive client info, your voice data and your intellectual property never, ever leave your machine. No cloud, no leaks, just total peace of mind. So why does it run so flawlessly on Windows? Well, it's all about who built it. Instead of relying on those clunky web wrappers, developers with 2 decades of Windows expertise built this to talk directly to your computer's core brain. They wrote custom C-types wrappers that link directly to the user32 and kernel32 libraries. The result of that? You get a thread-safe global hook manager that elegantly handles Windows focus stealing prevention. Bottom line, it never loses focus, and it just types flawlessly. And because nothing is getting sent off to some remote cloud server, you are getting 0-millisecond server round trips. That means your dictation response times are completely native. It uses a 5-step foreground retry loop and 2-millisecond Unicode keystroke intervals, which completely eliminates dropped characters, even if you're dictating straight into a super demanding IDE terminal environment. It just types exactly what you say, instantly and perfectly. Section 2. Identity interoperability. Open avatar standards. Since you actually own this low-level engine, it's not just about typing text. You can actually map these native keystrokes to drive 3D avatars or other really advanced interfaces. Your voice hits the local Whisper model, the Send Input API translates that into native keystrokes, and boom, you can inject those characters straight into network-synced MML objects in Unreal Engine 5, or use them to converse naturally with autonomous think agents on-chain. And you're doing all of this securely, offline, and with zero latency. How cool is that? Section 3. Acquire your lifetime team. Buy it once, own it forever. That is the unbeatable flat-rate lifetime deal for FlowType AI Pro. For just $13.99, which, let's be real, is less than the cost of a single month for most competitor apps, you are basically buying your own personal high-speed transcription server that lives right on your CPU. You get to completely bypass hundreds of dollars in annual fees for sure. So when you grab your lifetime key today, you're getting the whole shebang. The fully bundled offline transcription binaries, that low-level system keyboard injection, the amazing smart Regex verbal tick purger, and lifetime binary updates. Plus, it comes with a 30-day developer satisfaction guarantee, so there is literally zero financial risk to give this a try. Honestly, it's the ultimate no-brainer to finally take control of your local dictation and seriously boost your productivity today. I want to leave you with this one final thought. Why keep renting your own voice when you can own it forever for just $13.99? Every single month you wait, you're just handing your money over to big cloud companies for a service your own computer is more than capable of doing for free. The math is undeniable. The technology is vastly superior. Stop letting the SaaS industry drain your wallet. Make the smart choice. Grab your lifetime key today, own your voice, and I will see you in the next explainer.